Alright guys, so I know it's been a long time since I did any video, but I'm going to do Dear Esther Landmark Edition on Xbox One. Now, I don't know too much about this. I know it's like not like a big time adventure, but it's like, well, I heard it's kind of like an adventure, but like I guess solving puzzles and riddles and stuff. And I like these kind of games. So, let's hop to it. I don't want director's commentary on it.
Dear Esther, I have lost track of how long I have been here and how many visits I have made overall. Certainly the landmarks are now so familiar to me that I have to remind myself to actually see the forms and shapes in front of me. I could stumble blind across these rocks, the edges of these precipices, without fear of missing my step and plummeting down to sea. Besides, I have always considered that if one is to fall, it is critical to keep one's eyes firmly open.
Boat. Music notes. Woo. Water. So what am I trying to do? Music notes. Book. Huh. I hope nothing jumps out and scares the crap out of me. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to be about. Go in this little area right here, so some paint. Can I close the door? Nope. Alright. Left, right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Go up this way. That's pretty good graphics to it, I mean, I'll admit that. Oh, I could be stupid and jump off. I guess this was the wrong way to go. Alright, so we'll go backtrack down here. This will probably be almost like the weather on here would make me fall asleep. Of course, at the time of this recording, it is stormy outside. Came down pretty good earlier. I love it. Give me a nice, quiet place, rain, the wind. Oh, I'll sleep really good. What am I looking for? Lobster cages. Looks like there's a cave, unless I'm being stupid.
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room. A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face. No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6 and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
Wish you could run or walk a little bit faster. Let's see, is that blood? Paper! I bet I gotta go to that tower over there.
Reading Donnelly by the weak afternoon sunlight. He landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend. But then, he didn't have my reasons.
What did he do, fall?
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff path died along with its hosts.
It'd be stupid and fall off there.
My lines are just for this. To keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
I'm kind of confused exactly what kind of game this actually is.
I quote directly, "A motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most God-forsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very
Let's go up there
apex.
and see what we can find.
It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption.
I can't go up there?
Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
Nope. Down the mountain I go. I heard something. There's a cave right there. Let's go see what's inside there.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet.
Into the water.
Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Alright, should I go? We'll go in the cave first.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and
my
old
light?
bread, where did he vanish to?
Oh.
Why? Asked the farmers. Why? Asked Jakobsen. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
What he's supposed to be for? Almost looks like an eyeball. Heck, I don't know. Okay, that was pointless in there. Dear Esther, tell me what I'm supposed to do. Because I don't know. Nice little stream. No idea.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
What all this is about? Okay, I can't do anything. Continue up the path, good sir. I don't know what else I'm doing. I don't know. Would you actually consider walking on an island like this by yourself, not knowing what to do? Do I continue going this way? No. Wait. Do I?
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome break services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
There's a light flashing. Look at hell is that? Oh, we're going that way. That looks like a ghost to me. Unless I am seeing things on here.
It's only at night that this place makes any sluggish effort at life. You can see the buoy and the aerial. I've been taking to sleeping through the day in an attempt to resurrect myself. I can feel the last days drawing upon me. There's little point now in continuation.
What the?
There must be something new to find here. Some nook or some cranny that offers a perspective worth clinging to. I've burnt my bridges. I've sunk my boats and watched them go to water.
I swear I saw something. Let's go check out the boats. Such a mess. I'm seriously just waiting for something to jump out at me or something. I have no idea. Oh, can I get on the boat? Nope. I am serious. That thing was creepy looking. It just seemed like it was just flowing across the ground. That's a buoy. That.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Can't get down there. Alright, we'll just walk back up around this way.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
I'll tell you, kidney stones are not anything to laugh at. Those things hurt. Oh, the house. What was down? What's down here? It's a big old hole. Okay, that's kind of creepy looking.
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Let's head on up. It's got some good music to it.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
What's with these drawings and stuff?
Inventory. A trestle table we spread wallpaper on in our first home. A folding chair. I laughed at you for bringing camping in the lakes. I was uncomfortable later and you laughed then. This diary, the bed with the broken springs. Once asleep you have to remember not to dream. A change of clothes. Donnelly's book, stolen from Edinburgh Library on the way here. I will burn them all on the last morning and make an aerial of my own.
Let's take a look at the scenery. Am I seeing that right? It's like light inside that cave. Get over there? What the hell? It flippin' moved. Something's not right here. I don't know what. Can I go all the way down? Looks like it.
What to make of Donnelly, the laudanum and the syphilis? It is clearly not how he began, but I've been unable to discover if the former was a result of his visiting the island or the force that drove him
I
here.
hate to fall off of this.
For the syphilis,
You know what I mean?
a drunk driver smashing his insides into a pulp as he stumbled these paths, I can only offer my empathy. We're all victims of our age. My disease is the internal combustion engine and the cheap fermentation of yeast.
But there's something else on this island. That's all I can say. Because you saw the ghost-looking thing.
They found Jakobsen in early spring.
Can I go this
The
way?
thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him, small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft, but I cannot corroborate this story.
That was wicked. Alright, let's go see if we can get up to that. Where that, what's the word? Cave. No, we'll do... I don't know. I'll probably scream if something jumps out. Because that's what I do best, is I scream. Shit.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Okay, there's nothing there. Alright, into the cave I go. Still a little nervous. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like playing games that scare me, but still, it's like that, almost like that anticipation that something's gonna happen you're not sure of. That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. I just have a feeling something's gonna happen. World? Can I go down here? Well, apparently I got no choice. I had no choice. Get your light on, buddy.
Donnelly's addiction is my one true constant. Even though I wake in false dawns and find the landscape changing, flowing in constantly through my tears, I know his reaching is always upon me.
Can we get up? Please get up. Okay, thank you. How lovely, my flashlight's broke. Can I take the candle with me? Nope. Game followed. Oh wow, that's cool looking.
It was as if someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
Still not quite sure about those designs or what they're for. Or what they mean. Alright, let's just go back up this way. Down to the water, I guess. Wow. I want a screenshot of that. I get fascinated on games that have a environment that looks that gorgeous. I'm not good at drawing or anything like that, but I do enjoy art. If something to me looks like, I guess you'd say it has like that really beautiful tone and look to it. I like to try and capture it as much as I can. That looks like a... Okay, look at... From back here, it almost looks like a face. Okay, yeah, I kind of be flipping out on this. Claustrophobic.
In my final dream, I sat at peace with Jakobsen and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder. The world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine. Between each shoulder, the nascency of flight.
Georgie, you forgot your boat. Crap, it's not letting me up. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to follow the water. Somebody's ashes. I guess I... Can I get up over here? Maybe. Hopefully. Alright. Ooh. I think I'm lost. I don't know. Go back over this way. I'm gonna actually go completely over. I wonder if there's things I'm supposed to find. Let's go look. As it looks, I don't think I'm supposed to go completely this way. It might stop me. Yeah, it's going to stop me about right here. So I'll go back up this way. It looks like I got to go up. Get up. Don't tell me you can't get up on that little ledge. Oh my God, he can't. Fight the water current here. Because some guy can't get off a little ledge. It's only like an inch, maybe above this little underground river. Really? I want to just see though if there's anything over this way that I couldn't get to because my guy was being a complete stupid person. I don't think there was anything I'm missing. Nope. Jump, rack your head on one of the stalactites. Puncture your forehead. Die a horrible death down here. Can I just get out of this cave now? Please. I think my left bumper button's going out. Should I go up this way? Nope.
I will hold the hand you offered to me, from the summit down to this well, into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
Yeah, I think it's... Because I gotta hold that thing down just, like, tight, just to get it to go. Behold Damascus. Damascus is taken. I have no idea. Tired of being down here. Let me out. Bet you that water's cold though. Damn it. What is this? Okay, that was unexpected. Getting out of here finally? Oh, thank you. I made it out.
sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sandford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Actually, I'm gonna go around this way. Just to see if there's anything I'm missing. It looks like there might be some. Drawings again. Stuck. Nope. Thankfully, I did not. Spectacular that way. I saw a light up there.
Of fire and soil, I chose fire. It seemed the more contemporary of the options, the more sanitary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceilings.
Is that what these are? I'm guessing that's a picture of Esther. I have no idea. Let's just follow the lights.
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in,
well,
sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
Please, no. Not right now. Give me a second.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats.
Oh, that's...
I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail.
And...
Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic. And I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Check out this little room over here. Okie dokie. Oh, there's stairs over there. Second, I was like, where am I supposed to go? Some big lines over there. So am I actually going over to that tower now, or? Or what am I doing? Besides just walking.
I will drag my leg behind me. I will drag it like a crumpled hatchback, tires blown and sparking across the dimming lights of my vision. I'm running out of painkillers and am following the flicker of the moon home.
Tracks
when
right
Paul
here.
keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they restarted his heart with the jump leads from a crumpled hatchback. It took 21 attempts to convince it to wake up.
And that is where it stops. Go back. This almost reminds me of another game that I think I have. My mind's kind of calling it blank right now. I believe I have it on the channel. Vanishing of Ethan Carter. See, look, there's something there. I bet you if I get close, it's gonna disappear. It's probably already did. Nope. Hey. I wanna go over there.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks
now it's
through the
gone.
fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
I'm seriously getting confused on what is going on. Sitting on his journey. Okay.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I.
What is this
Just
supposed
as I
to
am
be
becoming
for?
this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Okay, now I'll officially say I would not want to be walking around on this island by myself. Especially with weird things going on, like shadows moving.
Returning to my car afterwards, hands still shaking, and a head split open by the impact. Goodbye to tearful aunts and traumatized uncles. Goodbye to the phenomenal. Goodbye to the tangible. Goodbye Wolverhampton. Goodbye Sanford. Goodbye Cromer. Goodbye Damascus. This cliff path is slippery in the dew. It is hard to climb with such an infection. I must carve out the bad flesh and sling it from the aerial. I must become infused with the very air.
Did I not get another flashlight? I guess not. Nobody else on this island, so I am now authorized to go where I please. Getting pretty windy up here. And very high.
I have dredged these waters for the bones of the hermit, for the traces of Donnelly, for any sign of Jakobsen's flock, for the empty bottle that would incriminate him. I have scoured this stretch of motorway 21 times, attempting to recreate his trajectory, the point when his heart stopped dead and all he saw was the moon over the Sanford Junction. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all, and it was not his fault. It was the converging lines that doomed him. This is not a recorded natural condition. The gulls do not fly so low over the motorway and cause him to swerve. The paint scored away from his car in lines like an infection, making directly for the heart.
Came Into. Person thing again. I don't know, seeing the black silhouette like that kind of gives me goosebumps.
I have run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him.
I'm not even in control of this.
There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna commit suicide, dude. You just did. What the hell? So I guess he became a bird then? I'm confused. I'm serious. I am severely confused.
Come back.
How can I come back? I don't even know what the hell's going on. Is that it? Oh, I guess it is. Paul. Seriously, somebody in the comments or something, please explain to me what that was all about. Because I'm dumbfounded. Wait a second, am I hearing something? Oh, it's outside. So originally it was a mod. Looks like. Resume. What?
I sat here and watched two lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Alright, so I guess that was it. I mean, the game was different. It was interesting. Visuals were awesome. Music is gorgeous. But story, I can't. Either I'm completely dumb, or I can't figure out what the story was about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you can help me out on the whole story thing, leave a comment below. It'll be very much appreciated. And one more in the books. Later.